One of the biggest challenges in the Christian church today is the challenge to be able to relate and to correspond to the world around you, to be able to communicate the Christian gospel in an effective manner. And when the church fails to do that, when the church fails to be relevant in terms of not compromise, I'm not talking about compromise here. I'm talking about when the church fails to be relevant in terms of being able to scale the language barrier and communicate with the world outside, then what happens is the danger is the church can become insular and disconnected from the world. And that's, I think, one of the major problems that we're seeing today is that there is this disconnect where Christians don't know how to approach people considering the challenges of contemporary society. They don't know how to effectively communicate. And the other problem is the fear of offending people. Everyone else believes they have the right to speak freely and offend, but for some reason Christians have this idea that it's not Christian to be offensive. Well, people get offended at many things, and truth is offensive by its nature. And so churches need to gear up and realize that we need to become ready and able to respond, to take on the challenges of the day, and to effectively share the gospel, the good news of Christ with the world, and not be ashamed of that. Not be ashamed of being labeled, because it is the history of Christianity to be mocked, to be rejected, to be labeled. Jesus Christ was labeled and rejected and mocked and so forth. Not all rejected him, of course. He's changed the lives of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people throughout history. And so the church needs to wake up. She needs to become relevant, and she needs to be able to communicate effectively with modern society. And if she fails to do that, then she's going to become just like everyone else. She's not going to be any different than anyone else. She needs to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world.